Our last race of the TDI Media Tour 2019 IKR Gold Cup is for all-comers seniors. Ian Sisson and Jack Dex, Louis Diamond and Matt Collings and James Austin will complete the grid. And this is going to be a fascinating experiment, if you like. X30 versus Rotax Max. Here we go. It's all five of them. Look, they're absolutely squabbling together. Nobody's going to lose pace based on the different type of kart they're on. It is Sisson who leads the way. Jack Dex is still there in P2. And then it's the Diamond Collings Austin freight train behind as they battle away. Lewis Diamond is there in third, trying to hang on in front of the 74 of Matthew Collings. Collings trying to get the switch back up the inside. This is going to be an interesting drag race down to Stuart S's on the inside line. He's not giving up. He's going to try and hold it to the inside line, and he's got him. So, wow, this is a fantastic new challenge and a new experience. You've got Senior X30 versus Senior Rotax, and they are absolutely dead level.
Yeah, it is an interesting experiment. I have to say, they are racing for their own trophy and a watch. So if you win in Senior Max, there are 3 Senior Maxes, 2 X30s. The X30s are Jack Dex, who's in second place here, with Louis Diamond on the 91, I think, currently in 4th place. And 3 Senior Maxes, but as you can see, at the moment, pretty much nothing in it. So Champions Trophy and a Ferrari watch to the winner in each class. But these guys are here to have some fun. And Jack Dex said earlier there were no Rotax 177s turn up, so Jack came across and said, you know, why don't we just go out with the Senior Max and Senior X30 on the grid at the same time with pretty much the same pace. And you know what? He's been proved absolutely right. Who knew? I've not really looked at the times that closely before between them, but certainly there's really nothing in it. They are racing, as I say, for their own Champions Trophy and the Ferrari watch to the winner in each class. At the moment, that's race leader Ian Sisson in the Senior Rotax class, and Jack Dex running the Senior X30 engine there on the 45. Look at the times, just hardly anything between them, Jake.
And amazingly, you've got a Senior Max in front of a Senior X30, then a Senior Max, then a Senior X30, then a Senior Max. It is literally as staggered as you could possibly ask for it. I'm starting to think, oh, hang on a minute, how many Champions of the Champions races could we have with Senior Max drivers versus Senior X30? They're all over the country. Could we go somewhere fairly central, like Shennington or Wilton Mill or somewhere like that, and have a one-off, no-holds-barred Senior X30 versus Senior Max Mad Dash? That'd be amazing to end a motorsport season, wouldn't it? Let's try and get that one sorted for November. Sisson, Dex and Collings as the pictures from the drone once again capture the action. That's a very late lunge from Jack Dex, and he's through, and Collings is going to sweep by as well. Onto the grass goes Ian Sisson. Not a lot he can do about it. Collings is going for the lead immediately, and he's dived through on the inside. So from one moment to the next, a Senior Max leads, then a Senior X30, and then a Senior Max again. Oh, this is a brilliant formula for racing. I want to do this all the time. Could we do it with juniors as well, maybe? I'm assuming it would be the same sort of battle.
Yeah, and the interesting thing in this one as well is each of the winners in the classes not only win the Champions Trophy and the watch, they also get a Honda Civic Cup day, courtesy of Sean Woods, one of the organisers of the Honda Civic Cup. They'll get 15 to 20 minutes in the Honda Civic race car with an instructor. If they've got a licence, they'll get to drive the car as well, as Dex goes up the inside through McRae's hairpin and Jack Dex back into the lead.
That is a pair of X30 on max moves. That's amazing. And I think it's a big lunge. That was a big dive from Louis Diamond, and that's put him into 3rd position. Straight through past both of them. Sisson has got through in a 2nd position as a result. What a sensational battle. Jack Dex, I owe you a pint. You've just given us an amazing spectacle. Why don't we put them out together? What an amazing idea. That was fantastic. I think we should do this more often. Senior X30 versus Senior Max, it works well. On the inside goes Collings. He gets the move on Louis Diamond. So again, they swap positions, and now it's X30 from Rotax, Rotax X30, and that's the order at the front end of the field. Imagine what this is going to be like with 15 of each. That would be absolutely biblical in proportions. Up the inside again, Sissons, not quite.
We're going to have to think about this moving forward, whether we just throw the Senior Max and the Senior X30 grid onto the same race for the trophies. Maybe if we can get more entries for it, put up top maybe watches to the top three, something like that. But look at this, what a fantastic race we've got here. We have been fortunate this weekend, Jake, have we not? Not the biggest numbers. We had 17 people who registered not turn up, unfortunately, but we've been treated to some amazing races in all of the classes.
Yep, well, that's karting for you. All it takes is the right drivers, the right kind of karts, the right circuit, which rivalry is, and the right kind of coverage. These drone pictures, absolutely brilliant, and it puts on yet another sensational spectacle. That's why my heart beats for karting. There's the battle. Look at those lap times. 46.91 that from Lewis Diamond. Matthew Collings has pretty much set, well, Lewis Diamond is not far from that lap. It's Matthew Collings who's set a 46.91. Amazing just how close they are. Everybody is in low 47s, high 46s, and that doesn't matter what kind of kart they're in. They're all at that sort of pace. Even James Austin further back is in the 48.6s. This is brilliant and a real demonstration of just how even it is. Whether you go X30 or Rotax Max, you have a pretty incredible machine at your disposal. It all comes down to personal preference then. You can't say one's faster than the other because there's nothing in it. Absolutely sensational. Now a great run from Sisson as he gets onto the back of Jack Dex. Jack Dex holding on to that inside line. He doesn't even need to down to the braking zone. He's got plenty of good speed as he blends back off the power through the left flick and up towards St John's. Dex from Sisson. Diamond looks to have well and truly sorted out Collings, doesn't he? Collings is still there. Oh no, Collings is third, my apologies. Diamond is still there in fourth position, but Collings has gone on to the back of the leading two. But if they continue to squabble, it's not going to be long before Louis Diamond catches up to them. So here they come again into the braking zone for the hairpin. And it's still Jack Dex in front of Ian Sisson. But for how much longer? Sisson's going to make the move. Is he into the hairpin? No, too far into the race. Now they're going to come down the back straight. Now he's going to make his move. Up on the inside line, Jack Dex cuts across. Don't even think about it, mate. This is my race. I'm going to win. And it's a good point you made earlier, actually, Alan, about the fact that they've got their own separate classes. This has gone beyond that. This has gone beyond a trophy. This has gone beyond a watch. This is now bragging rights. Which is better, a Rotax Max or a Senior X30? And a nudge to the back of Sisson as Collings goes through and takes second place. This is for pride now between X30 and Rotax Max.
There's pride, there's ego, and there's plenty of testosterone on the track right now. Ian Sisson's having none of it. He comes through back to second. Here comes Diamond to third, drops Collings back to fourth. What a fantastic race. Unbelievable stuff.
Have they relaxed the front fairing penalty rule or something? They're absolutely rubbing each other. Rubbing wheels, and somehow Louis Diamond doesn't spin off the track. This is like old school racing again. Absolutely brilliant. It's like watching karting from the 70s and 80s all of a sudden. They're absolutely loving it. Who cares about front fairing penalties anymore? This is about pride. X30 versus Rotax. It's a no holds barred mad dash. Brilliant. This is pure motorsport, pure racing. Black and white flags for track limits. Who cares?
Yeah. Track limits and contact. I don't think they're taking any notice of that. There's no prisoners being taken in this one. No quarters asked, none given. Our first look, I think, at James Austin, Jake.
Yes, indeed. James Austin still at good lap times. Unfortunately, he's just fallen off the back of the train, and once you're in that gaggle, you've got a chance, but they've fallen away from it. It's 2x2 hurrah as again Matthew Collings makes the move on the inside of Louis Diamond as they battle away. This is magic, absolutely brilliant. And again, up the inside comes Diamond, up on the curbs, throws the kart in, gets the line and gets the place. Oh, this is karting as it should be done. Absolutely sensational. You know how good a sport you've got when you've only got 5 drivers on the grid and you still can't keep up with the action.
This is independent kart racing. No governing body in this type of karting. Independent kart racing at its best. A small grid, but the drivers just racing for fun. They're racing with plenty of ego and pride at stake. And as I said before, there's a lot of testosterone out there today.
Well, is there a potential? You never know. Maybe Super One should consider the possibility of running, maybe once a year, a one-off X30 versus Rotax Indy 500 style event.
I love that idea, actually. I will put it to John Hoyle, because that could definitely be an idea as a one-off event, perhaps during one of the weekends when one of the classes isn't scheduled to be there, but maybe invites them in, just puts them all on the same grid. Here we are back with the leaders, still Dex out front of Sisson, but Sisson getting closer. I think Sisson, again, ego, pride. Now, bear in mind, Jake, they've both won a Ferrari watch at this stage. At this stage of the race, they've won their class, they've got a Ferrari watch and the Champions Trophy. Now, will they just sit there or not? I don't think Sisson, the word sit there for Ian Sisson, he's going to take any notice of whatsoever.
This is a motor race. They're both at similar pace. Last lap, they are going to want to cross the line first. Who's the better driver? Which is the better car? This has gone beyond the trophy, beyond the watch. This is now a straight, flat out, no holds barred race. And Sisson is going to get alongside Jack Dex as they go down towards Iredales. He does pull across. Jack Dex dives back up the inside, slides back out. Sisson hits him. They have hit each other and they both go off the ground. And Sisson has got through. Meanwhile, Diamond and Collins are still at each other's throats. But I'm fairly sure that is the moment that's decided this race. Sisson has been able to get through. Jack Dex has got to settle for second position, but that has been one of the races of my karting commentary career. What a showdown, what a spectacle. X30 versus Rotax works lovely. Sisson in first, Dex in second, Diamond in front of Collins in third, and look at the times, 900ths of a second between a Rotax and a Senior X30. Dex takes the X30 win, Sisson gets the Rotax win, and we now have a new concept, X30 versus Rotax Max. We'll be back at the new improved Lark Hall next month when we'll do it all again.